Hello everyone. So in this segment, I will be talking about adapting to your audience. So specifically, the focus is on being audience-centered. Now, just to recap, we are still on the second step of the three-step writing process. So on the first focus, being audience-centered. So there's a question here. When writing business messages, how do we demonstrate sensitivity to our audience needs? So in here, audience, we are referring to the person who's going to receive our message, the message that we're going to write to. So I will discuss three ways to do this. The first one is adopting the you attitude. Second, maintaining standards of etiquette. And third one is emphasizing the positive. So I will briefly discuss what these are. Now, coming to the first focus of this segment, adopting the you attitude, being audience-centered. So what do we mean by this? It says in here, if you read with me, analyzing the audience to determine the content, language use, and listeners' expectations. So when we write a business message, we need to analyze the audience profile. We need to at least know the audience profile. We need to consider what their hopes are, what actually they're hoping from the letter that they're going to receive, what their wishes are, their interest basically, and their preference more importantly. The reason we do this, what is the reason we do this? If you don't analyze audience preferences, it may be difficult for us to determine how to go about writing the message. Yeah, to determine the content of the message, even the language that we're going to use. So in writing business message, we need to do this. We need to be able to look through the customer's profile, the audience profile. Now, looking or analyzing through the audience profile, this is what it means by adapting the you attitude, or by being audience-centered. Now, moving on, the second one, maintaining standards of etiquette. Good etiquette, it involves respect, diplomacy, and tactfulness. Respect our customers, whatever they need, okay, because they are our customers, and we have to be diplomatic in our dealings with them, the way we write our message. So we need to be tactful. Being tactful basically means being able to use words that are suitable and not carry negativity. So good etiquette helps nurture a positive environment for communication, always the case. The third one is emphasizing the positives. We try to avoid negative language, and we try to use euphemism. Avoiding negative language, how do we do this? We focus on improvements. We do not focus on faults. We emphasize on audience benefits. We try to tell the audience, okay, this is the benefits, and it's for improvement. Euphemism, we try to do away with words that has negative connotation. We replace them. We find a substitute. So it's not hiding facts, but we are just being honest. Now the second focus of this topic is adjusting to your audience. So here we're talking about building connection or building rapport, establishing rapport, and there are two focus in here, establishing credibility, and then the other one is projecting image. So we're gonna go over this, emphasizing credibility. Now, when we are Seen credible, that basically means we are confident. So that's how customers look at us, basically. Okay, so it can be, this can be actually seen through letters, by the choice of words that we use, the sentence structure that we craft actually. So how to emphasize this credibility? So again, we go back to being honest, sincerity. Yeah, so we can still use the concept of euphemism. We try to replace words that are not suitable. Self-confidence is the next one. Credential, knowledge, and expertise. This is all emphasizing credibility. Awareness of audience needs, meaning to say we do know what their needs are, okay, what they hope for, preferences. Remember the previous slide we talked about this. And performance, yeah, how we perform, how are we audience centered or not. Now the third one is projecting company image. When we are employed in an organization, automatically we carry the company's name, the organization name, whether we are off duty, and or things like that. So how do we project company's image? By being sensitive to the guidelines that is laid out by the organization, by the employers. Okay, the style of communication. How do we communicate here? How do things work around this organization? By knowing this. So communication guidelines, when talking to customers, for example, are we allowed to, is it okay to call the customer by the first name or not? Yeah, so style of communication, can we act casually, or do we always have to be in a formal manner? So we need to know what the guidelines are and what the styles are. How does it work around here? So okay, this is projecting company's image.